So today we're going to meet a friend of mine who runs a local company that I'm very excited to introduce you to. There's a lot of folks I know that have small businesses that are fun, but none quite this much fun. This is Sara, the owner of the Gorge Zipline company here in Saluda. So Sara, tell us a little bit about the business you created.
So my background is in whitewater kayaking, and I always just thought that I would be a whitewater kayak instructor. And when I was 26 years old, I was teaching kayaking on the Green River, and the state passed a law that outlawed alcohol on the Green River and within 50 feet of the riverbanks. And so it had this really instant cleansing effect. The river's beautiful, and I went, if there was ever a time to start a guide service and a kayak school in this area, that was it. So that was in 2006. I started Green River Adventures. We opened in 2007, and then in 2013 I opened the Gorge Zipline. So balanced all of it.
What do you enjoy about running your own business?
So many different things. I mean, I was able to take my passion in outdoor education and taking people into the outdoors and being able to do that on a larger scale and watching the impact that has on the people who come do trips with us and vacations with us is really cool.
Describe one or two highlights you've experienced as an entrepreneur and a small business owner.
Gosh, I guess when we started the Gorge Zipline, we received a community development block grant through the state. It was a job creation grant, and part of that was using some of the funds to do something to give back to the community. And if you've ever been to the town of Saluda, you know that our Wi-Fi and cell service is pretty awful. And we were able to install free Wi-Fi downtown for all the visitors, and some businesses can run off it as well. So that was great because it was fun.
What role did education play in preparing you for this type of career?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, so much of what an entrepreneur does on a daily basis or throughout their career is really following your gut, but then being able to rely on what I received in my formal education, which for me, I think the biggest thing that I fall back on a daily basis is the ability to give and receive feedback. And that takes practice. Even receiving a compliment is difficult for some people. And so in managing people on a daily basis, being comfortable with giving them a high five and giving them really genuine positive feedback makes it easier on the back end to deliver critical feedback when it's necessary.
So what role could Blue Ridge Community College play in helping prepare someone for this type of career path?
I think Blue Ridge is in such a unique position because we're in such an amazing area that seems to attract really talented people. And I think Blue Ridge has done a really good job of pulling those people with real life experiences in and putting them in an instructional role. So I think students have a ton to gain from the professionals that they attracted. So it feels like in terms of entrepreneurship and leadership training that, learning from people who have had real life experience is incredibly valuable.
Would you recommend entrepreneurship as a career pathway?
For the right person, absolutely. I mean, there are huge benefits to this type of work and this lifestyle, but it is very unique. When I compare entrepreneurships to sort of a normal career, I sort of see the life of an entrepreneur as a lot of sprints, a huge series of sprints along the way. All of them, each of them with risk and great reward if it goes well. But it definitely takes a special personality to be okay with that risk and to be okay with that amount of hard work. And a person who loves the flavor of being able to make their own work as opposed to responding to what someone else wants you to do on a daily basis.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about entrepreneurship or leadership?
I think just to follow up on that last question, that there's certainly times in my life where I questioned the path that I've been on, but I would not change it for anything.
Sarah, thank you so much for your time today. And thank you all students for your time and getting to have a chance to meet our local entrepreneur, Sarah Bell.